You better check your pocket change right now, because these old wheat pennies could be a hidden treasure worth serious money, and people are accidentally spending them every single day without even knowing it. Welcome back to Lucky Penny Finds, and today we're exposing the top 3 most valuable ultra-rare wheat penny 1-cent coins are hiding in plain sight that secret collectors are fighting over in quiet auctions for life-changing money. Do not spend these coins because some tiny detail changes everything, and the deeper we go, the rarer, bigger, and more shocking these silent fortune coins become. These dirty old coins nobody talks about could turn into quiet wealth overnight, so stay locked in till the end, because the final coin is an absolute auction shock that collectors desperately want hidden away. Coin number 1, the 1934 wheat penny with no mint mark, is one of those coins that looks completely ordinary at first glance, and that is exactly why people lose fortunes without realizing it. This coin does not scream wealth. It hides it. It sits quietly in old jars, dusty drawers, inherited collections, and forgotten pocket change looking dark, worn, and unimportant. But the moment serious collectors notice the right surface, the right texture, the right untouched originality, everything changes fast. And this is not fiction. This is one of those hidden treasure coins that can stop a room cold when it appears in very fine condition with those mysterious black spots still untouched by cleaning. Most people would think the coin looks dirty. Collectors see something completely different. They see survival. They see authenticity. They see a silent fortune hiding in plain sight. Back in 1934, America was still crawling through the painful years of the Great Depression. Families were struggling hard. Jobs were disappearing. Banks had already collapsed, and every single penny mattered. People were spending coins instantly because survival came first. Almost nobody was saving wheat pennies in pristine condition back then. These coins moved through factories, grocery stores, train stations, gas pumps, work boots, and rough hands every single day. That heavy circulation is exactly why finding a surviving 1934 wheat penny today with original untouched character feels almost unreal. The country was under pressure. The mint was producing massive amounts of coinage for daily commerce, and quality control during that period was not always perfect. That pressure created coins with tiny differences and unique appearances that modern collectors obsess over today. The design of the 1934 wheat penny still carries that unmistakable American look that collectors never stop chasing. On the front, you see President Abraham Lincoln staring forward with that timeless portrait that had already become legendary by the 1930s. The word liberty curves beside him while the date 1934 quietly sits below, almost hiding the story this coin carries. On the back, those famous wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, creating one of the most iconic coin designs ever produced in U.S. history. It feels historic the second you hold it. The coin has presence. It has age. It has that old copper glow mixed with dark circulation wear that instantly tells you this piece survived decades of American history. And when collectors pick up an original 1934 wheat penny, they notice everything. The weight feels solid at around 3.11 grams, with that classic bronze composition made mostly from copper, blended naturally with tin and zinc. The diameter sits around 19 millimeters, with a thickness close to 1.5 millimeters, but none of those measurements are what truly shocks collectors. It is the feeling of originality, the untouched surfaces, the natural aging, the dark black spotting mixed with brown and deep copper shades that create a look impossible to fake naturally. This detail changes everything. Some people panic when they see black spots and immediately try cleaning the coin. That destroys the hidden wealth instantly. The moment a collector sees harsh cleaning scratches or artificial shine, the excitement disappears. Original toning matters more than most people understand. That is why professional grading is absolutely critical for coins like this. A certified, untouched 1934 wheat penny in very fine condition becomes a completely different beast in the collector world. Graders examine every tiny detail under magnification. They look for natural circulation wear, untouched surfaces, correct color transitions, rim strength, lettering sharpness, and signs of tampering. Even the missing mint mark matters because this coin came from the Philadelphia Mint where no mint mark was used at all. And collectors know exactly what genuine originality looks like. They study these coins obsessively. They compare surface texture, strike quality, and even tiny marks near Lincoln's portrait that most people would never notice. What makes this even crazier is how few truly original examples survive today. Many were cleaned decades ago by people trying to make old pennies look shiny and new. That mistake erased history forever. The survivors that still carry authentic antique surfaces are becoming harder and harder to find every year. Supply keeps shrinking while collector demand keeps rising. Quietly, aggressively, serious buyers wait patiently for the right example to appear. And when it does, bidding becomes intense fast. Some auctions stay silent for hours before exploding in the final moments because experienced collectors already know what they are looking at. They are buying preserved American history. And this exact 1934 with no mint mark, wheat penny with those original black spots in very fine condition has reached an unbelievable market value of around $320,000 today. That is serious money hiding inside a coin most people would toss into spare change without a second thought. A silent fortune, quiet wealth, a life-changing opportunity hiding in plain sight. Do not spend this coin if you find one because the wrong decision could cost you a hidden treasure collectors desperately want. The craziest part is that tiny details separate ordinary wheat pennies from the ones worth huge money. Collectors look carefully at the wheat lines on the reverse, the sharpness in Lincoln's coat, the exact color of the surfaces, and whether the coin still carries that natural aged look. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger. If you ever find a 1934 wheat penny, never polish it, never dip it, never scrape away dark spots, and never assume ugly means worthless. Sometimes the dirtiest old coins carry the biggest hidden fortunes. Patience is golden in this hobby because rushed mistakes destroy value forever. And trust me, the next coin on this list is even more dangerous to ignore because collectors are fighting over one tiny detail that turns an ordinary-looking wheat penny into an absolute auction monster worth shocking money. This next hidden treasure changes everything. Next coin number 2. The 1910 wheat penny with no mint mark is the kind of coin people ignore every single day, and that is exactly why hidden fortunes keep disappearing into circulation without anyone noticing. This old 1-cent coin does not look rich. It looks worn, aged, forgotten, maybe even worthless to the average person. But collectors know better. The second they see an authentic 1910 wheat penny in almost fine condition with original untouched surfaces, their attention locks in immediately because this is one of those silent fortune coins hiding in plain sight that can change somebody's life overnight. And this is not fiction. These old coins are still being accidentally spent, dropped into tip jars, tossed into coin machines, and lost in junk drawers, while serious collectors quietly search for them behind the scenes. Do not spend this coin. That warning alone could save someone from losing serious money, because the 1910 wheat penny belongs to one of the most important eras in American coin history. Back in 1910, the United States was entering a time of rapid industrial growth, rising factories, expanding railroads, and economic transition. Money moved fast through the country. Pennies passed through millions of rough hands every single day. Workers carried them in sweaty pockets, children spent them at corner stores, and families used every cent carefully because financial security was never guaranteed. Coins from this period were not protected or collected the way modern coins are today. They were used hard. That is why surviving examples with original character have become incredibly difficult to find over a century later. The moment you hold a genuine 1910 wheat penny, you feel the history instantly. The front of the coin carries that legendary Abraham Lincoln portrait that completely changed American coin design forever. Lincoln's profile feels powerful even after decades of circulation wear. The word liberty still stretches proudly beside him, while the date 1910 quietly sits below like a secret waiting to be discovered. Flip the coin over, and those famous wheat stalks appear framing 1 cent and United States of America, creating one of the most iconic coin designs collectors have ever chased. These coins have a presence modern coins simply do not carry. The surfaces feel aged, antique, and alive with history. And here is where things become dangerous for people who do not understand rare coins. Most ordinary people see a dark old penny and think nothing of it. Collectors see originality. They examine every tiny detail obsessively. The exact shade of brown, the wear patterns, the untouched texture, the natural aging around the lettering. Even the smallest surface details can separate an ordinary circulated penny from a hidden treasure worth a shocking amount of money. This detail changes everything. One wrong cleaning attempt can destroy the value instantly. That is why experienced collectors constantly warn people never to clean old coins. Never polish them, never scrub them, never try making them shiny. Original toning matters more than most people realize. A naturally aged 1910 wheat penny with honest circulation wear tells a story that collectors trust. Harsh cleaning destroys that story forever. Once the surface gets damaged, the coin loses the originality serious buyers fight over. This is exactly why professional grading becomes critical for a coin like this. Experts carefully inspect the coin under magnification, looking for authentic surfaces, correct wear, untouched color, rim strength, and signs of tampering. Even in almost fine condition, originality can turn this coin into a serious collector target. And remember, this 1910 wheat penny carries no mint mark because it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, where pennies at that time often lacked mint marks entirely. But that missing mint mark matters because collectors know the history behind these early Lincoln cents. They understand how many were heavily circulated, damaged, melted, cleaned, or simply lost forever through generations of use. Survival itself becomes rare, especially coins that still carry that old antique look without modern damage. The physical feel of the coin also matters deeply to collectors. It weighs around 3.11 grams and carries that classic bronze composition made mostly of copper with small amounts of tin and zinc blended naturally into the metal. The diameter measures roughly 19 millimeters with a thickness around 1.5 millimeters, giving it that unmistakable old American coin feel the second it lands in your hand. There is something different about early wheat pennies. The surfaces absorb time differently. The edges soften naturally through circulation. The darkening copper develops a deep vintage appearance that collectors absolutely love when untouched. And this is where the collector market becomes intense. Serious buyers are no longer casually purchasing coins like this. They are hunting them. Quietly. Aggressively. Some collectors spend years waiting for the right, original 1910 wheat penny to appear. Auction rooms can stay strangely calm until the final seconds when bidding suddenly explodes because experienced buyers already recognize the hidden value sitting in front of them. This is not just about owning a penny. It is about holding a surviving piece of early American history that almost vanished forever. What makes the situation even crazier is that many collectors refuse to sell once they secure a strong example. They lock them away inside private collections for decades. That means supply keeps shrinking while demand keeps climbing higher every year. The result becomes a perfect storm for rising values. And today, this rare 1910 with no mint mark, wheat penny, in almost fine condition, has reached an incredible market value of around $316,000. That is life-changing wealth hiding inside a coin people still mistake for ordinary pocket change. A quiet fortune. Hidden wealth. Serious money sitting unnoticed in plain sight. If you ever come across an old wheat penny, especially one from the early 1900s, stop and inspect it carefully before spending it. Check the date closely. Look for original color and natural aging. Avoid touching the surfaces too much. Never clean the coin, even if it looks dark or dirty, because collectors often prefer that authentic, antique appearance. Patience matters in this world. One careless mistake can erase a fortune forever. And trust me, what comes next is even more shocking, because the final coin on this list has a reputation that sends collectors into absolute panic when one appears with the right details. This next hidden treasure is rarer, more dangerous to ignore, and worth even bigger money. Stay till the end, because the final wheat penny changes everything. Next coin number 3. The 1936 wheat penny with no mint mark is the kind of hidden treasure coin that slips through people's hands every single day without anyone realizing they are touching serious money. That is what makes this coin so dangerous to ignore. Right now, somewhere out there, somebody is spending one at a gas station, dropping one into a coin jar, or tossing one into a drawer, thinking it is just another old penny. But collectors know the truth. A genuine 1936 wheat penny in extra fine condition with original untouched surfaces can trigger instant excitement because these old coins are becoming harder to find every single year. And this is not fiction. This is hidden wealth sitting quietly inside ordinary-looking pocket change. The year 1936 was a strange and powerful time in American history. The country was still climbing out of the Great Depression, but uncertainty still hung over families everywhere. Jobs were fragile, money was tight, and every cent mattered. Millions of coins moved through heavy circulation because people were spending whatever they had just to survive. Nobody back then imagined these small copper coins would one day become silent fortunes collectors desperately chase. The mint was under pressure, producing massive amounts of coinage for a recovering economy, and coins from this era developed tiny characteristics and survival stories that now fascinate serious buyers around the world. The moment you hold a real 1936 wheat penny, you feel that history immediately. The front of the coin shows Abraham Lincoln's portrait with that unmistakable old American look collectors never stop chasing. Liberty stands proudly beside Lincoln, while the date 1936 quietly rests below, hiding its true importance from ordinary people. Then you flip the coin over and see those iconic wheat stalks framing 1 cent and United States of America. That design has become legendary in the coin world because it represents an era of hardship, survival, and forgotten treasure hiding in plain sight. And this is where things become intense. This particular coin carries no mint mark, meaning it came from the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historically important facilities in American coin history. Collectors obsess over these details because tiny differences separate common pennies from coins worth shocking money. This detail changes everything. The surfaces, the color, the strike quality, the wear patterns, even the exact tone of the copper all matter deeply to experienced collectors. An extra fine condition, 1936 wheat penny, is especially dangerous to overlook because coins at this grade still carry strong visible detail while showing honest circulation wear. That balance creates huge collector demand. Lincoln's hair still shows noticeable definition. The wheat stalks on the reverse remain bold and visible. The rims stay strong. The lettering appears sharp. It feels like a survivor from another world. Most wheat pennies from this era were used heavily, damaged, cleaned, bent, or lost forever over decades of circulation. Finding one that escaped major destruction with original surfaces intact is becoming incredibly difficult today. And collectors absolutely love originality. That dark, antique copper appearance matters more than people realize. Some coins develop rich brown shades, while others carry deep vintage tones that almost glow under light. Sometimes tiny spots or darker areas appear naturally over time, and inexperienced owners make the worst mistake possible by trying to clean them away. Never clean this coin. Never polish it. Never scrape the surfaces trying to make it shiny, because that instantly destroys collector value. Original toning is everything. Serious buyers want authenticity, not artificial brightness. That is why professional grading becomes critical for a coin like this. Experts inspect every microscopic detail, looking for untouched surfaces, natural wear, proper color, rim strength, and signs of cleaning or alteration. One small mistake can mean the difference between an ordinary coin and a hidden treasure worth life-changing wealth. This is why collectors handle these coins carefully and store them safely. They know surviving original examples are disappearing from the market fast. The physical feel of the 1936 wheat penny also adds to its appeal. The coin weighs around 3.11 grams and carries that classic bronze composition made mostly from copper blended naturally with tin and zinc. It measures roughly 19 millimeters across, with a thickness around 1.5 millimeters, giving it that unmistakable old American coin feel collectors instantly recognize. These coins feel different from modern pennies. Heavier, older, more alive with history. Every scratch and surface mark tells a story from decades of circulation through American hands during one of the toughest economic periods in history. And this is where collector behavior becomes absolutely fascinating. Quiet auctions suddenly become tense when an original 1936 wheat penny appears in extra fine condition. Experienced buyers do not always speak loudly. They wait. They study. They watch carefully. Then, suddenly the bidding explodes because everyone in the room understands how difficult these coins are becoming to find untouched. Collectors are holding on to quality examples longer than ever before. many refuse to sell at all. Supply keeps shrinking while demand keeps growing stronger every year. Today, this rare 1936 with no mint mark wheat penny in extra fine condition has reached an astonishing market value of around $312,000. Think about that for a second. A single old penny that most people would ignore could actually be a quiet fortune hiding in plain sight. Hidden wealth, serious money, a life-changing opportunity sitting unnoticed inside, forgotten collections and pocket change jars across America. So if you ever find an old wheat penny, stop before spending it. Check the date carefully. Study the surfaces under good lighting. Look for original color and untouched texture. Never clean the coin, no matter how dark or dirty it appears, because sometimes the oldest-looking coins carry the biggest hidden fortunes. Patience matters in this world. The people who rush are usually the ones who destroy value forever. And that is exactly why these hidden treasure coins continue shocking collectors year after year. The rarest fortunes are often the quietest ones. The coins nobody talks about. The dirty old pennies hiding in plain sight while people accidentally spend them every day without realizing what they lost. If this video opened your eyes to the hidden wealth hiding inside ordinary pocket change, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to Lucky Penny Finds, and turn on notifications because the next rare coin discovery could be even bigger, rarer, and more valuable than anything you saw today. We are uncovering silent fortunes people overlook every single day, and trust me, the next hidden treasure coin we expose might already be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to change everything.